You're probably working really hard, maybe even feeling like you're doing everything right, yet that financial breakthrough just isn't happening. And I know it's not because you're lazy or incapable, but because there's an invisible internal story, a deeply ingrained mindset operating beneath the surface of every choice you make. We really need to talk about this. What if the very way you explain your world is quietly sabotaging your wealth without you even knowing? Look, personal development isn't just about reading self-help books or setting goals. It's fundamentally about your perception of the world, about the internal narratives you construct, the stories you tell yourself about money, success, your capabilities. These aren't just thoughts. They are the operating system of your life, dictating 100% of your actions. I mean it. Think about it.
If your mental file is limited, filled with outdated beliefs or experiences, how can you expect to generate new, expansive explanations for your current situation? It's like trying to navigate a complex city with a map from a decade ago. Your internal dialogue, your mental file, shapes every possibility you see. We often think our limitations are external, but they're usually just a reflection of a constrained internal world. This isn't about blaming, it's about understanding. Let me be real with you. We often make decisions or avoid them based on who we believe we currently are. I'm not good with numbers, so I can't manage my money. I've always struggled with saving, so why bother trying? This is where the good you become principle kicks in, and it's a game changer. It means you don't have to be defined by your past self or your current limitations.
The version of you who can manage money, who can build wealth, that person is not who you are now, but who you become through intentional action and evolving your internal narratives. I used to tell myself I wasn't disciplined enough to wake up early. That story kept me hitting snooze for years. It's about progress over rigid preparation. Are you making choices from who you were or who you're choosing to become? So how do we shift these limiting internal narratives? It's about building good explanations, stories that clarify action instead of paralyzing it. Instead of saying, I wasn't born for this kind of success, a good explanation would be, I haven't developed the necessary skills or knowledge yet. See the difference? One closes the door, the other opens a path for growth and action. It's not about positive affirmations that feel fake.
It's about truthful, actionable framing. This takes conscious effort. You have to actively observe your thoughts and challenge those limiting stories. Ask yourself, is this explanation actually helping me move forward, or is it just a comfortable excuse to stay stuck? This self-awareness is your superpower. It's the first step to rewiring your financial destiny. Look, remember that invisible mindset I talked about at the beginning? It's your internal narrative, the deep-seated stories you tell yourself about what's possible and what's not, especially when it comes to money and success. It's not about magic formulas or complicated investment strategies right off the bat. It's about recognizing that your current financial reality is largely a reflection of these unspoken explanations that justify your inaction or your current patterns.
When you gain clarity on these narratives, when you start challenging them and consciously rebuilding them to empower action, that's when real transformation begins. It's not an overnight fix, but it's a profound shift that puts the power back in your hands. You get to decide what stories you live by, and ultimately, what kind of financial future you build for yourself. You really do. So, when you next find yourself wondering why things aren't changing, pause. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this situation? Your mind isn't just reacting to reality, it's actively creating it through your explanations. Choose empowering ones. Start today. It's your life, your narrative, your ultimate decision. If this resonated, if you're tired of those old stories holding you back, I want you to join our community. Hit that subscribe button, not just for more videos, but to connect with people who are also consciously building new narratives and taking authentic action. And tell me in the comments, what's one limiting explanation you're ready to rewrite today? I read as many as I can, and it helps all of us.